Hello everyone and welcome to Mount Farming. Yes, we are Mount Farming in SWTOR because the level cap is now level 60 and we can solo some of these level 50 HM flashpoints. Today we're going to solo, we're after the Fireball mount, I can't remember what it's called, but it drops from Darth Malgus in hard mode in the Battle of Emperor. The Battle of Emperor, oh that was a stupid title. False Emperor. It's Battle of Ilum's the other one. Battle of Ilum, False Emperor. So we're here on Ilum. Of course, you just head down the little elevator over there, and you get to this guy.
It's an honor,
There's the
Master
False Emperor. We just skip his dialogue. Make sure you set it to hard mode. You'll know it's set to hard mode if you see that little icon thing. There you can see quite a few people coming in soloing this. It is quite an easy solo to be honest, so we just set it to HM and we'll head on in. Right, so now that we've entered the flashpoint, it says you're entering a group flashpoint, recommends a full group. Not really, we get the hard thing up, we get a basic comm for doing it, so we are doing this in hard mode. To be honest with you, if you are level 60, there's no reason to do it in normal. Just do it in hard because the rewards are much better, to be perfectly honest. I would prefer it in HM. So basically we should be able to resist everything. We'll just pick number 2 because we get... Come on. Right, so we're going to do this as a stealth class, so we're going to skip most of the trash. I will tell you that the trash is pretty insignificant at level 60. You should just see resist all the time, so hence why we're doing this as a stealth class, just so we can skip all the trash.
Welcome to the heart of our new empire. I am Arcus Wold, engineer, architect.
So again, if you're fighting these guys, if you have to fight them, your priority is the Marauders, because the Marauders stun you. Just bear that in mind. So a few bosses do require a little bit of tactics and things. So we'll get to the first boss and we'll pick it up there. Just bear in mind that we will point this out, this little shortcut. It's not really necessary, but you can just jump down here, was the old trick. Right, so we're at the first boss, or we're near the first boss. You do have to clear out this trash right here, so you're just gonna hit the thing there, pop off your force and balance. We're gonna push these two off, and there you go, easily done. Right, so this is the first boss. I'd recommend clearing the trash here because we're gonna pull him back here. This is probably the hardest boss to fight. You can see taking no damage against this trash. We are 10 levels above it. Right, so this boss, we're gonna move a few things around the quick bar actually. I'm gonna bring my taunt up here. So what you're gonna do is you can either put your companion on passive, because this boss will do a knockback and potentially you don't want to get knocked off the bridge. So you want to pull the boss back to about here. Tanking him against this console is a good idea. So what you're going to do is either have your companion on passive. You can use any companion for this. Don't use a tank one though. I'd recommend. I'm using Nadia, DPS companion. She doesn't matter what her gear is, to be honest. So what we are going to do is we can just ignore the ads because they'll do no damage. We just want to pull them back here. So that's why we put our taunt up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull him and then taunt him and then get back here. He shouldn't cause any problems, this boss. He does do a big red circle where he does a big spin attack. It shouldn't hurt us at this stage. It should not hurt us. So we'll just pull the boss, taunt him. We'll just pull him with Vanquish. Make sure we taunt him so that he attacks us. He's attacking Nadia after we taunted him. Come on, back here. You can see he's almost dead. There's the knockback. Forgot to put my dots up. That was a newbie mistake. That's not gonna matter anyway. There we go, he's dead. Oh, didn't know he did a knockback. There you go. Oh, what have we got? An empty trooper gear. Yeah, that's a Acquires a trooper. It's got a cool looking helmet. Is it bio? That's binds on the equipment. Might sell that on the GTN. Not too bad. I think we'll keep that. So there you go. First boss. Fairly easy. Just make sure that you have your back. You don't have your back to the the bridge. Otherwise, you get pushed off and it's an instant death. So that's the only real thing you have to worry about with that boss. Those cover mechanics have stayed up. Right, so we'll skip ahead to the second boss. This is us at the second boss. This is Jindo Cray. When that annoying... Oh, hello, Mr. Jindo Cray. Oh, he said Emperor Malgus says hello. Well, we'll say hello to Emperor Malgus soon. Right, so there's two methods of approaching this. One is to do the tactics and destroy the ship before it hits 200% damage bonus. You'll see a ship and you'll see that button there, the turret control. So basically when it gets 200% damage bonus, you can hit the turret and destroy the ship. Well, it disables it temporarily. Or you could take the other method, which is just the DPS race method, because what happens is the turret's damage increases up to, I think it's 500%. It goes up to, don't quote me on that. I think it does go up, but it will cause significant damage to you at 60. The method we are going for is going to be the DPS method. We're going to take the DPS race method because it's pretty easy. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and as a shadow we do have Serenity Strike and we have Force and Balance. We also have Battle Readiness, which again will give us healing. So, plus we're pretty decent for DPS. It shouldn't be a problem with Jindo Cray. Plus we don't have to do the whole shield phase thing that he goes into with this. So we'll pop our Force Potency off. We'll get our Vanquish off again. Make sure we get our dots up this time because this is a DPS race that we're in. Yeah, we're just gonna burn him down as quickly as we can. 200%. We've taken a little bit of damage. Jeez, we're running out of force here. You can see our thing is healing is nice. We're up to 300% now. Got some force back here. 300% damage. We're still fine. More 100%. We're good. Yeah, everything is fine. Took a little bit of damage there, but we can always just heal ourselves with Serenity Strike. Keep that force up there. There you go. Oh, we got the advanced defeat Jindo Cray hard mode. There you go. Pretty easy again. We had Serenity Strike and Force and Balance to heal us. Not too bad. Oh, a Black Hole Demolisher's Implant. Remember when that was good? That was awesome. And 2 basic comms. We also get a nice amount of credits for doing this. So that's Jindo Cray, fairly easy. We just ignored the tactics. If you are less than level 60, if you're doing this at level 55, which is doable at level 55, but you can hit the button and you get a whole shield phase. You have to break him out of the shield and you have to avoid things on the ground. But I prefer just the DPS method. Again, it's the shadow, we've got self-heals, so it's not a huge issue for us. So again, we were just, I mean, your health went down to 70% and we were getting it right back up fairly quickly with Serenity Strike, Force and Balance. Never had to pop our Battle Readiness, but it was there for us. Nice little option. So we'll get to the third boss now. Right, so this is the third set of bosses. It's the 2 droids, the prototype B16 and A14. So what's going to happen here is one of these droids is going to get a shield around them and we can't do any damage. So we just basically oops, pardon me. We're just going to DPS the droid that doesn't have the shield on it, basically. We should be able to kill it, no problem, really. So we'll just put our thing out and see which one of these gets shield. It's that one. Nadia, get over here. So it's not, there's nothing really to this one as well. As you can see, it's almost down already. There you go. Killed it. So we're just going to wait until this one comes out of its shield. If you've taken a bit of damage, you can Serenity Strike to gain a bit of health back. Just pop off our Serenity Strike just to gain a little bit, but we're not taking too much damage. They do inflict quite a lot of damage to you, but once again, we don't care. We're down to 75. We're back up to 84. But we kill them so fast. We have so much DPS at 60 that it's not a problem. There you go. Another achievement. What did we get? Primeval Paragons Greaves. A schematic for them. 116 item level there. We still want that. Should point out that you should be able to do this in any gear and any spec. Again, if you're a tank, maybe take a bit longer, but apart from that, shouldn't take too long. So let's get to HK 47, which is a joke of a boss, to be honest. Right, so we're at HK 47. I always like to watch this cutscene. Now, if you have HK 51 as a companion, you should bring him out for this cutscene because he does get a few extra lines. I don't have HK 51 on this character, so if you have HK 51, bring him out for this one because he gets a few extra lines. But I always like watching these cutscenes if it'll ever load. Come on, cutscene. There we go.
You didn't heed my warning, Master Jedi. My whole message strictly stated that the power core is the domain of the Schism Collective. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. That's the sound of my flux cannons incinerating one of your capital ships. Shall I do it again?
You're only making things worse.
I don't respond to threats, but I respect a bold move. This battle station is the galaxy's greatest technological marvel, and it's all made possible by animate genius, by the Schism Collective.
Interjection. Silence, meatbag.
Your upgrades.
Statement. I'm HK-47, commander of the Foundry and personal exterminator to Emperor Malgus. My master activated me ahead of schedule to eliminate the Republic Organic.
It's funny he refers to you as Republic Organic because you're soloing it.
Most assassin droids are stripped of emotion. Does your programming benefit your effectiveness?
Compliment. Astute observation, Jedi. My programming hones my efficiency. Bloodlust is a pleasant side effect. Stand clear, scientist. Assassination protocols engaged.
It's a pity this boss is a complete joke of a boss. I mean, seriously, at level 55, this guy was so easy to solo. He was much easier than the other two. At level 60, it's a total non-entity. Now, there will be turrets that spawn in hard mode, but we can just ignore them. He does snipe you a few times. You can't interrupt him. He is immune to interrupts, so it won't matter anyway. So we'll just pop up our force and balance. We are rooted. I pulled us in at least. Normally we could just face him away. They just get oh, now he's mocking us. Does that little shot thing that he does. It's fairly simple, this guy. Just a tank and spank, really. We can just ignore the turrets, there they come. Did we get that dot up? No, we did. Oh, stunned. And he does that before he just did that dot out on him. Oops. Again, just these turrets can be ignored at level 60. Did we get that off though? That of course breach isn't going off. Kill him, Nadia. We can just ignore that as well. That little mechanic that he does. There you go. Another nice achievement. And again, we just take them out. What do we get from this boss? Ooh, black hole stalkers, hand wraps. Oh, they're a power increase. Oh, but we've got our set bonus thing, so we're not going to equip them. There you go, HK 47. A joke of a boss, really. You could do that in virtually any gear at level 55 in HM. He was the easiest boss while doing this. So we'll go and we'll do the Schism Collective. This part was a bit tricky as well because you'd so many strongs and these elites, but it's not anymore because nothing can hurt us. Ah, I didn't get it off the edge. Let's use our strikes on this one. Use that proc on that guy. That droid's just looking, what the hell is going on? I ain't getting involved in this one. Look at him, he's like, no, I don't want nothing. I want nothing to do with her. I don't want anything to do with these two. It's a smart droid, to be fair. Right, let's
See you at the ship.
dismiss Nadia, because I'm gonna murder this asshole.
Beautiful machines! Emperor Malgus would be furious.
You're gonna
The
die.
Republic doesn't offer asylum to war criminals.
What happened to Republic Mercy?
Yeah.
You're quite the cold-blooded murderer, Jedi. I'm watching you. Do not keep an Emperor waiting.
Ooh, he's watching us. There you go. So it's just so we don't lose any affection with Nadia. That's why we dismissed her there. So we got one more little mini boss and then Malgus to do. We'll stop here and we'll play it here because there's a little line that Malgus delivers. If you solo this, it's a different line you get. Should be coming up now.
You dare face me alone? How bold and foolish.
I like that, quite like that actually when you're soloing it, because he says that if you do it in a group, he says that one of you has agreed to join the new empire. Which one I'm not telling, but he does get a different line if you face him alone, which is kind of cool. So this little mini boss, kind of a easy one. He does do a pushback, so we're gonna just take him against this wall. We'll just fire that out. Deflect, deflect, resist, resist. You can interrupt those spinning strikes if we really wanted to. There we go. This guy, what does he give us? A crappy hat. And some basic comms. So we get not a bad amount of credits. You can vendor all this stuff for a decent amount of credits as well. Right, so we just have to get to Mal. Right, so we're at Darth Malgus now. This is the throne room. Now this fight used to be awesome. It used to be a really awesome fight. You see those crates there? If you open one of these crates, there's a grenade in it. Basically, the only way to defeat him was to use the pulse grenade to knock him into the pit, a la Return of the Jedi. But of course they nerfed it, so now we just kill him outright. Now there is one thing that you should note. He does have a one-shot kill mechanic. He will channel an ability called Unlimited Power. You need to interrupt this. Sometimes he won't do it if your DPS is high enough, but if your DPS is a little bit too low, he will get to it. So just make sure you're interrupting with, I'm going to use Mind Snap obviously as a shadow, But just make sure you're interrupting it. And we'll watch this cutscene, because it is quite a nice little cutscene with him. And I'll show you where we're going to take him to fight him, because we're going to fight him someplace different from the main area, just so we don't get the big knockbacks that he does. Or at least our companion gets the knockback. One thing is you will get stunned at this point, at certain points, and you will have to fight, your companion will have to fight him solo, and then you'll have to fight him solo. So don't worry about that if you're stunned and your companion's fighting him. It's part of the fight. Let's go see what he has to say. If it ever decides to. There we go.
Come, Master Jedi. Witness your fleet's destruction. Your capital ships are no match for this station's super lasers. The rest will fall to my stealth armada. Soon the Republic's failure will be complete, and nothing will stand in the way of the new Empire.
The Empire will kill you for this treason, but the Republic can offer you safety, and a home for your ideals.
You're reaching, Jedi. Thanks to you, the Republic fleet has been lured into firing range, and their defeat accelerated. But what prompted your suicidal attack? Does the Republic fear me? Do nightmares of a united, emboldened empire keep your leaders awake at night?
I'm sure you're very impressive.
I will teach you respect.
Oh, come on, we're level 60, we shouldn't be taking that kind of crap.
Emergency warning. Safety overrides disengaged. Power core set to self-destruct.
This station will explode, consuming your entire fleet. And from the wreckage of the once mighty Republic, a new empire will be born.
You wouldn't sacrifice this station if you expected to survive.
I alone can stop the destruction cycle. Kill me, and your fleet is doomed. Come, show me the strength of your Republic.
Right, so when this fight starts, we are going to taunt him, and we're going to take him to this little alcove that is to the right of him. So the fight will start, we're going to taunt him, and we're just going to run all the way into here. Alright, he's following us, which is good. So we're going to fight him in here, just because he does a big knock. Nadia! Back here. Let's turn Nadia off. There we go. At least Nadia's tanking him for now. Yeah, it's best to fight him in here because he just does a big knockback. I did love this fight. This was one of my favourite fights. There you go. I was filling Nadia's mind with visions of doubt. So Nadia's going to get to fight him in solo.
I haven't enjoyed myself this much since the sacking of Coruscant.
Get that proc off, get that dot off. Try and get our dots off. There you go, we're getting choked. And Nadia fights him. So this was, if you did this in a group, each member would get a solo moment with Malgus, which is pretty cool actually. It's very Return of the Jedi-like. I always thought, this always reminded me of, you know, that Luke and Vader fight where you kind of got to solo a little bit. You know, it's always about one-on-one. Kind of epic, you know, it's about a one-on-one fight with him. Even in a group context, it was pretty nice. And then, of course, you kill him like the Emperor dies. Oh, oh. Oh, we got it. Just got unlimited power there. We just got that interrupt in on time.
I should have killed you on Ilum when I had the chance.
Yeah, you should have. So you're taking him down.
Games.
There we go, now we have to solo him. He's gonna die soon anyway. We just got unlimited power in.
Join me in death, as will your Republic fleet.
And he's about to go down. There you go, that was uneventful. He is pretty easy, he was...
Darth Malgus is dead.
Yes, he's dead.
Get to the hangars, I'll see you there.
Secondary systems failure.
It's a pity you have to actually kill him outright, because what you had to do was you had to lure him, get the tank to tank him about here, and then you used to have to knock him down the pit. So it was a lot like Return of the Jedi. Hopefully they'll bring Malgus back. It was always how you killed the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. That's what I loved about this fight. But of course they changed it, they nerfed it, so you could just kill him outright. It's kind of sad. Well, we'll go and see if we got the mount. We got the Emperor's cache here. Did we? Yeah, we did. There it is. There it is. We got the mount. But it's worth soloing this. It's good for. It's a good story this Flashpoint has. If you do the Malgus the Betrayer story on Ilum as well, you get False Emperor Battle of Ilum as well. So you get to follow the whole story. But there you go, we got our mount. What is it? The Rendili Fireball, that's what it's called. We also got a Black Hole Duelist's Shield and some biometric crystal alloys. So we got a nice mount for our collection. It's bound. We'll just add that to our collections, I guess. Pretty nice. There you go. Easy. To finish it off, we just gotta click this button right here. Before the self-destruct goes off. But anyway, it's a very interesting Flashpoint. And you can farm it. You can just go out and you can do it as many times as you want. It's farmable at level 60. Again, at 55, it was doable. I used to do this for the mount on my Merc, but it was nice to get the mount. We'll have a little look at it. I don't have a lot of vehicles on this character, but we'll can always have a little look at it there. There we go. Can't mount here. Ah, well. That's a shame. Right, thank you for joining me for this video, and we'll do some more solos. We'll look to do Lost Island solo. That'll be a fun one. Probably going to play as a ranged DPS for Lost Island, but we'll do some more level 50 Flashpoints solo. Not a lot of them drop mounts, unfortunately, so, you know. Lost Island does drop a mount, so we'll probably try that, although we won't be doing it as a melee DPS. Simply because of the third boss basically is much easier with a ranged DPS, unfortunately. So thank you for joining me for this video, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.